My name's Danielle Burt. I graduated from UC Merced with a degree in chemistry. My emphasis was in biochemistry in 2012. I'm now a high school chemistry teacher at a charter high school in Concord, California. Growing up, I had a really hard time. My mom was a drug addict, and I dealt with most of the consequences of an addiction lifestyle throughout my entire K-12 life. So we were homeless twice, first in middle school, and then again my senior year of high school. After living in a homeless shelter, which was a rescue thing, and it was my senior year of high school, after my mom had already gotten sober. She had left an abusive situation. My grandmother took us in, and I finished out my senior year living with my grandmother. To stay close to family, I decided to not go away for college or even go to a 4-year, but to stay at the community college in Fresno, so Fresno City College, and then transfer. And eventually ended up transferring to UC Merced. While at Fresno City College, there was a teacher there, an instructor, who gave me a love and a passion for chemistry that I did not have in high school. High school chemistry was not fun, which is ironic because now I teach it. Then while I was there, I found that going to office hours was really helpful, especially when we hit acid, base, and buffer chemistry. And then it was definitely helpful during my time at Fresno City College when I was taking organic chemistry as well. At Fresno City College, I discovered that I had a panic disorder, and I lost a lot of weight. It prompted me to get a lot of professional counseling, which I continued while I was at UC Merced as well during my whole time there. And during all those counseling sessions, I found that I found some coping strategies to help me deal with the panic disorder and stress and anxiety that would pop up and sometimes trigger panic attacks. Some of the things I found that I just try even now not to do is that I don't do work, I don't study. I didn't study an hour before bed, that I took a break to relax and rest my mind. I started tutoring while I was at Fresno City College, and I kept tutoring while I was at UC Merced and tutored all the way through. And I found I loved it and loved watching the light bulb come on. So I decided to minor in natural science education while I was at UC Merced. And I got to go into high school classrooms, first biology and then chemistry, and see what it was like to be a teacher. So it's kind of like a pre-student teaching experience. And I found that it was amazing. A little weird because they're high school students, but it was amazing. And decided that after I graduated, I would go to Fresno Pacific University for their teaching program. And so I got my credential through them. And my first job was at Sanger High School, which is southeast of Fresno. And I was teaching conceptual physics, which was a freshman class, and then chemistry as a junior class. Shortly after that, I was there for about 2 years, and then we moved up to Concord for my husband's job. And I am now teaching 3 levels of chemistry, regular, honors, and AP, and I'm also the chemistry team lead. One of the things that helped me the most was finding a very good study group. We did do the studying. We would get together on the weekend at the library. We would share notes, go over practice problems, work things out together, get help with each other, because somebody would get the answer, somebody wouldn't, and so we'd help each other out. But it was also a support group because college is hard. Chemistry classes are very hard. And so we would have people who were going through it with us and share with us in that experience, and to provide that emotional support and the sense of community you need to get through university. I also found that going to office hours was helpful. Usually it was for me just needed to clarify something, or I had a question on one homework problem, but there's always going to be something that's not quite clear, and you should always go talk to the professor. They make those available to you for a reason, and it's not so they can sit in their office alone. It's so you can go and get help. So I could, at that time, go and get help. Also, there's a lot of tutorial services available. It was very helpful. So make sure you go to office hours and go to tutorial tutoring, and not just before tests, but go throughout the school year, so that way you're on top of it and not falling behind. And then find balance between your academic and your social life. That might mean sacrificing in both realms. And everybody is okay with different levels of sacrificing. Also, if you're struggling with stress or anxiety, if there's a mental health challenge that you are facing, first, you're not alone. Second, the school has services available to you, and you should go and make use of them. They are very helpful. The most important thing about college is that you take care of yourself.